Um, we have an opportunity this morning. We're going to hear, and I want to encourage. So if you are serving somewhere outside of these walls of LifeTrack, on mission somewhere, if you're going to be serving, we've had opportunities where we can support, where we can encourage our church in the mission field, which is our community, our country, this world. And so would love to hear from you and have opportunities for you to share that. And so this morning, we want to give my daughter, Lauren, an opportunity to share. She will be serving this summer in Gulf Shores, Alabama, for the third summer. So we're just going to get an opportunity to hear a little bit about what she's doing, and I'll have her come up and just share it with you.
Hi, perfect. Yeah, my name is Lauryn Betts. I'm a junior at Kansas State University. And so, I'm excited to just share what God's doing at K-State and even how you guys can get involved. And so I think I maybe have a couple slides on there, possibly. Yeah, through a summer project called KALEO. So more about KALEO. It's, summer project for college students grow in their faith, character, leadership. I think there's more on that next slide. There's different campuses from all across the Midwest who go. It's 9 weeks long, and you can see kind of the bullet points on that right side of all the training the students get, and there's like that weekly schedule. But you go down there and you're in a discipleship group with a discipleship group leader, and then a couple of participants. And so you're being invested in really deeply, learning how to study the Bible deeply, learning how to memorize scripture, prayer, just these disciplines, how to do it while working a full-time job and while still having fun in Gulf Shores, Alabama. So it's a really cool opportunity, but it's kind of difficult to understand, okay, what is KALEO until you've gone there. And so the whole purpose of KALEO is so that students can gain the training and the understanding and be equipped so that they can go back to their campuses and apply what they've learned, and so that they can walk deeply with God for the rest of their life, but also be able to share their faith and make an impact back on their campus. So on that next slide, up there in the top left corner is me my freshman year. I didn't start following Christ until my freshman year, and that girl is the girl. She went to KALEO the summer before I came to college, and then she decided to move back in the dorms to share her faith and make an impact because of what she learned in the training she got at KALEO. And she met me. She got to share the gospel with me, and that next picture is me at my first KALEO with some girls who were in my Bible study. And it's so cool. KALEO kind of just blew my expectations out of the water. I didn't really know what to expect going down there, but God gave me this big vision of how he could use my life, not only on K-State's campus, but how that could ripple out to impact the entire world. And so that next picture is all the girls I got to just process the gospel with coming back my sophomore year. It's really cool to look at those girls. There's 5 up there who are still walking really deeply with God and living to share their faith. The girl on the far left, she was an international student from Paraguay, and she got to go back home and even share with her family and her friends back in Paraguay. And the girl on the far right of that picture decided to go to KALEO last summer. And so I got to go down to KALEO last summer as a discipleship group leader. And that next picture is me and her and the other 2 girls in our group, some other friends from K-State. And it was so cool to even see this process of, okay, I got to learn all these things. I got to take it back to campus. I got to meet my friend Peyton. And then I got to go with her back down to KALEO and teach her all the things that I had learned the year before and really equip her to go back to campus and do the same thing, which is cool because she's there this year. She's living in the dorm. She's sharing her faith and making an impact at K-State. That bottom left corner is just kind of all the girls from K-State who were at KALEO last year. So it's really cool to see how over the years this has really rippled out and is making big waves and a big impact on the campus of people who didn't know Christ who are now coming to Christ. And bottom, second to the left picture is all the girls, not all the girls, that's some of the girls I've gotten to meet this year and have a Bible study with. It's really cool because being a discipleship group leader, I got to come back with just even more passion for God and his mission and what he's doing. And so at the beginning of this year, I got to meet 100 girls within the first 2 weeks of school. And I've gotten to share the gospel with a lot of them. And that girl on the bottom right is my friend Madeline. She's amazing. She came to Christ at the beginning of the semester, and she's been growing like crazy the whole year. And again, she's had to sacrifice a lot of different things along the way, but she's chosen to go to KALEO this summer because she wants to be a spiritual leader and move back on campus at K-State and get to share her life with other people and share the gospel. And so it's really cool to see just the impact KALEO has had just with a couple girls on K-State's campus. But if you go to the next slide, why should I go back? Why am I going back? I think it's cool even just seeing those girls, Peyton and Madeline, and the impact of their lives and what God could do through Madeline's life. And so, yeah, those first and second ones kind of go together, but to see spiritual leaders raised up, Matthew 9:36 through 38 is one of my favorite verses, and it just talks about how the harvest, or people who don't know God, is really plentiful, and the laborers, or people who know God and are willing and equipped to like share that with others, is very few. And so the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few, and that's like what KALEO is designed to do, is to raise up laborers for the harvest. And then that second verse, 2 Timothy 2:2, talks about just how everything we've learned we get to share with others, who are then able to share with others. And so it's just process of just that ripples out and makes a big impact for God. And the last one is just why I want to go back, is just my own development and faithfulness to God. It's been cool to see how people in the past have invested into me, and I've gotten to make an impact. And just even those verses of Matthew 28, God has called us to go and make disciples. And so I'm excited to get to do that this summer with the girls who will be in my discipleship group when I go back this summer. But that last slide is, there's kind of two things it takes to get down there, and that's prayer and then just financial support. And so the cost of KALEO is $27.50, and that includes like housing, a couple meals a week, all the training materials we get, and so, which is actually, it's a great price for where we're staying and what we're doing and the training that we get and the experience that we get down there. And so, I would just ask you to prayerfully consider either supporting me financially or definitely in prayer. There's those prayer points down there at the bottom if you'd like to snap a picture of those. But if you have any more questions, that's my email, phone number. You can just see more of my life on Instagram, Facebook are good places to do that. But I'll also be at the welcome booth at the end of the service if you have any more questions. But that's the QR code for my giving page if you would like to donate. That's all I have. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, cool to see as a parent. I remember several years ago, we were at a CIY move in Siloam Springs. She was a freshman at the end of CIY. Anybody who's gone or been a part of that knows they call people up to vocational ministry, which basically means ministry as a career. And one of the things they ask is have you made a decision, to do one of those? And one of them is missions. And I still remember when Lauryn stood up. Now, a lot has happened between now and then, but it's obvious that God has laid on her heart to go and to be on mission for God. And so excited for her. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit with her after the service, and there is information out at the Welcome Center.